This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers. How you guys doing? Back up in it. Gonna talk about support real quick. One of our pet peeves, especially more so as of late, because we've been noticing a few models that kind of lack support, and it's kind of, especially for a basketball shoe, it's definitely a deal breaker.
You're doing a lot of lateral movements.
Yep.
If you don't make a supportive shoe where, like, you know, your foot stays on the footbed, you're gonna feel like a lot slower, because if you're sliding around, you know, you're doing a step back or something, and you feel your foot like slide in the footbed of the shoe, it just feels awful. And you also lose a little bit of time, you know, stuff like that. You know, you feel the lag in the shoe. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So
and it kind of goes hand in hand with lockdown as well.
Exactly.
Of course, if your foot isn't held down in there, you're gonna be sliding around a little bit.
Yes.
But also something aside from that, which is the lack of strength in materials, can lead to lateral instability and, you know, coming out of the footbed, like Sam just said.
Exactly. It's not only that, because like even if the material is strong, you can still, like, the material can roll, because it's very like, you can change the, what do you call it, the shape of the material super easily. Like the LeBron 15 is a super supportive material. It really doesn't stretch at all, but then there's really no there's nothing coming up here on the lateral side. So like, even though the material doesn't stretch at all while I was doing a lateral movement, the material would stretch like this and it would roll over like this. So I would still slide in the footbed just a little bit. It still wasn't horrible in the 15s, but I felt it a little bit, so there's that. I want to shout out 0_Z_ER_0_. He's a fan. He DM'd us and he asked us to do a lockdown/support video. We haven't done one in a while, so here's
We'll give you an underscore shout out.
Yes. So if you want to, like, suggest any videos or whatever, DM us on IG. It's Soul Brothers _IG right over here. But anyways, so here are some shoes that are very, very supported. So starting off with number one, it's not number one, but it's just the first shoe in the list. It's the Kyrie 4.
Yeah, of course, you already know Kyrie's shifty.
He needs that. He needs that.
Yeah, you gotta have support for Kyrie. Of course, these are very, very supportive. No give in the material. You still sit pretty low, and you have those teeth that wrap up. I kind of don't like them aesthetically, but they definitely have a function, keeping you caged in.
And also the midsole does too. Like, midsole comes up. If you look at the initial, like, drawings or designs from Ben, your foot actually sits underneath the sidewall of the Cushlon. So that helps as well. And also the materials don't really stretch at all. The EM, very, very supportive, super thin as well. So it doesn't feel bulky or anything, but you know, it's a nice upper. Especially
with a shoe with that good of traction, very good traction. The better the traction is, the better the support needs to be.
Yes.
Because when you stop, you're going to stop on a dime, which leaves your foot carrying that kinetic energy off the footbed. So,
ooh, it's a big word. Uh-oh. So Kyrie 4 is a very supportive shoe, as well as lockdown. Very good lockdown, no heel slippage or anything. Moving on to the next shoe is the Kyrie Fly Trap, the Pride Trap.
Same thing.
Very good.
Yeah.
The materials feel a little, like, stretchy and also a little cheap, but once you have it on foot, it's very, very soft. You don't really notice how cheap it is, or how cheap it feels in hand. And also lateral stability was good. It was a very, very supportive shoe, not sliding out of the footbed or anything, so that's also a very good option. And also, if you guys want to cop any of these shoes, we'll try to link the shoes down in the description box. But moving on to the next shoe is the Harden Volume 2, which is just a tank.
Just a tank. I mean, support is stupid, almost a little bit overboard. There's a layer upon layer of just, like, there's this synthetic, there's this, what are they calling this?
Forged fiber.
Forged fiber, super strong.
And also the midsole comes up. If you guys saw the dismantling report from fastpass.cn of the Harden Volume 2, this comes up a lot. So your foot actually is not sitting right here. That would be kind of crazy. Like, your foot's right here, right? You'd be super high. It's actually not the case. Your foot is actually sitting, like, around the middle right here, and then the cage comes up, which I think a lot of basketball shoes don't do.
Enough, for sure.
Namely the LeBron 15, KD 11, KD 11.
Yeah.
Anyways, So there's that. Moving on to the next shoe is the Soldier 12.
Crazy lockdown, crazy support. That strap system really does work, really holds you in there. Traction is also very good, so of course you're going to need the support. And someone who really needs that support definitely is LeBron. I mean, he's not the most shiftiest player, but he's a heavy dude, and he's definitely putting a lot of torque on his shoe, which is interesting why the LeBron 15 is a shoe that lacks that.
Yes.
Which we'll kind of talk about in a second.
Exactly. All right, moving on to the next one is the PG2. The PG2 doesn't have great, amazing traction. It's okay. It stops, but it's not the best stopping traction that we've tested. But it's still not bad, which is why it's not in our bag. It's not in our rotation as much. It's still a nice shoe, but the upper and just support and fit is just really, really nice, especially doing a lateral movement. I had no issues with it. I feel like the strap helps a little bit, the strap.
Yeah, it does.
It connects to the laces.
And it does so without being too bulky.
Yes.
You still feel pretty minimal, and which is always a good thing too. You don't want to have a ton of bulk just to have support.
Yes. Alright, the next one is a shoe that's not out yet. It's coming out soon. Shout out to Connor Livingston for sending it out, but it is the Hover Havoc Low. Amazingly supportive. I don't really know how it's supported because it doesn't seem like the midsole comes up at all, really.
Yeah, but the upper is super strong.
Yeah.
But it's also very thin. They implement some type of knit material, but in the areas that you really need support, it's a synthetic, and it's very, very strong.
Yes.
And it's also a super minimal feeling shoe.
Very good traction, too.
Very good traction.
Yeah.
So, that's a great shoe all the way around. I think it's going to be like 110.
Yeah, I think it's like $100, or maybe 110.
I think it's 110. Flash
110?
Soul, who always posts Under Armour shit, I think, put that up. So it's going to be 110.
So the high is probably like 120 then?
Probably.
Okay.
I guess that's replacing the drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said it's the new drive, which kind of sucks because I love the drive line.
Yeah.
But there's that. Moving on to the next shoe is a super old shoe, but it is the Kobe AD Mid.
Mm-hmm.
It's still on Nike's site, so we're just like, why not, right? But you do have that very cheap feeling, crappy feeling material.
Yeah.
But it's all very supportive. It doesn't stretch at all. It's super thin as well, and you're not moving out of the footbed or anything. So, but anyways, moving on to the next one is the Drive 4. Very, very good ankle support because it goes up really, really high on the ankle.
Mm-hmm. Best ankle support for sure.
Yes,
on this list.
Exactly. Materials are super supportive, like very, very strong. It really has no give. Lateral containment was good. No heel slippage or anything. You're not sliding around in the footbed. So very, very good supportive upper.
Yeah, the Drive 4 Low should also be on this list.
Yes.
Very, very supportive. Of course, you're going to lack that ankle support like you get in the high, but it's a very, has very good lateral stability. So
yes,
that's really the most important thing.
All right, moving on to the next one is the 0.1. Why not 0.1? I mean, it's like the heaviest. No, it's not the heaviest, but it's the bulkiest feeling shoe on this list.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're very, very supportive, dude.
Very supportive.
Yes.
I mean, Westbrook, that dude.
You don't need that much support, Westbrook, right? I don't know.
Well, because
I feel like it's a little too bulky for him, dude.
Yeah, he doesn't need. I don't think you need that much.
Exactly.
But yeah, they get the support, but they're doing it by adding just a little bit, maybe too much bulk. But
still an amazing performance.
Still a great shoe. It has a great cushion, and it's not too expensive.
Yes.
Again, if you want any of these shoes, we will link them in the description box below.
Yes. So moving on to the next one is the Curry 5. The most minimal feeling shoe on this list, besides the Hover Havoc Low.
Yeah.
Those are also minimal. But yeah, there's really no supporting shoes at all. I mean, the anafoam contains you, and the midsole comes up a lot. You have those little teeth for the external TPU heel counter. Very, very supportive shoe. You have no issues with that, which is really good. But also, it's very minimal. So I love how the designer blended those performance aspects and put them together.
Yeah, they really put the support all in all the right areas.
Exactly.
They kind of left it a little more minimal where it didn't need to be.
Yes. And moving on to the last one is the Dame 4, which is also, you have no issues.
No, it hugs your foot really well. Very, very good lockdown. In support, there's really no issues there. Pretty damn supportive for being pretty damn minimal also.
Yes.
And also pretty damn cheap.
Alright, we're going to combine two lists. So those were the most supportive shoes that you could get. Now this list will probably be the opposite, right? So these are shoes that you want to avoid if you do a lot of lateral movements and stuff like that. So the first one is a Jordan 32. Very, very nice material, but it does stretch. And while I was doing like crosses, cuts and like step backs, I definitely felt the actual upper like stretch a little bit. And like I felt my foot go out of the footbed also. So just watch out for that. I don't know, do big dudes playing that too?
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's weird. I feel like they just don't really care as much about like shoe, or like if it looks cool and it's kind of comfortable,
they just deal with it.
Yeah, they just deal with it and playing it, you know. But anyways, moving on to the next one is the KD10 and also the KD11, which is not out yet, but maybe might be out when this video comes out. But yeah, dude, KD, I don't know how you play in your shoes, dude.
Well, he only weighs 130 pounds, so
being 7
feet tall.
Damn, dude.
No shots to KD, but he does. You know, I don't know what it is. I guess he is pretty light for being. I mean, he's real light for how big he is.
Yeah.
But
he's
also
still heavy though.
But he's still heavy.
He's still heavy.
But he's also not like. He does do some crosses.
He does some crosses.
So it's interesting.
But he's mostly like. He does a lot of pull-ups though. So
yeah, he does.
Which isn't like a crazy like lateral movement.
Yeah.
You're just moving forward and you do a jumper. You do like what do you call it? The Kobe step back. You know, post up, Kobe step back. Yeah. He does a lot of that
Fade
stuff.
Fade away.
He doesn't go into the paint as much. So as well. So I don't know. Maybe he doesn't need it as much.
But it definitely.
He also changed his game a little bit, right?
Yeah, but it definitely lacks some lateral stability.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So watch out for that.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why the KD11 will not be in my rotation, but it's still an amazing performer, which kind of sucks. And also another shoe is the LeBron A15.
Bizarre.
I feel like it's better than the KD11, KD10, and the Jordan 32, but still not the most supportive.
But the problem, I think one of the main problems is how high you sit up on that cushion. And it just, the material is pretty strong, but when you're sitting up that high and there's not a ton caging you in like we've been talking about, you're just gonna roll a little bit, and it's especially for LeBron. I mean, the previous LeBron was stupid. I mean, all LeBrons really throughout the lineage have been crazy supportive, and this one kind of just
13.
Yeah,
damn, you know,
crazy. So that's one to stay away from for sure.
Yes, but anyways, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope it helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.